Oh, hello there. I didn't see you come in. How's it going? I am Cameron, and joining me remotely today is Corey.
Hello?
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 Oh god, you're inside my head. I. Okay. There, is that volume better?
Oh, yeah. Crank it.
Okay, well, today we are playing Disco Elysium. Oh god, I can't even. No, it's too loud in my head. Um, we are playing Disco Elysium. Uh, yeah, let's just get to it, shall we? Everyone loves this game, so let's play the game that everyone loves.
I don't know about that. Having talked to Adam recently, I think he finds the number words confusing. Oh, no. Oh,
Okay.
this isn't disco. Someone made all the colors line up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. What could it be? Think the HDMI switcher?
Yeah.
The one that's monitor versus stream?
Yeah.
Think number 2?
Number 2.
Well, now I can't say if it works or not. Hey! Yes.
All right.
Brilliant.
Everything is so loud. Okay, well, shall we just continue then?
I hope so. Anything could happen in this save file.
It's true. Ooh, what does this say? Okay, so what have we done? We've informed the widow of the death of her husband, right? Or did we actually get to that? Nope.
Nope, time to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thought cabinet. What do we have that increases empathy?
I think we only have one thing, and it's drugs. No, it's something we're already wearing,
Okay.
like our jacket or necktie.
Right, right.
Something.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wrong. Sure you don't want like drama or half-light just in case she like throws hands?
I mean, it could be valuable. We need to be prepared for anything. That widow came right at us.
A weathered brown door. Something smells good. Soup allons, yo. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard. Get yourself together. It's just police work.
Don't knock! Just leave! You don't need this! You don't need to sad it up!
You're right. Let's do
Okay,
this through.
we need a plan, Kim.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door and some folk music playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary. Dad, just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Good advice.
Yes, it's hard. But there is no easy way to handle this information. It just has to happen, as soon as possible.
The lieutenant motions towards the door,
Hello? Who is it?
and someone turns down the radio.
The police. A moment, please give us a moment.
Tidying up.
Your favorite
Nervously.
cockatoo.
Yep.
There's fear in her voice.
The fear is the fact that she
Come
thinks
in, the door is open.
that you're here to tell her that her husband is in like the drunk tank or arrested, and she's trying to get ahead of that emotionally and like being very apologetic is just brutal.
Also, I realized I now hear Lurbot as horrific necktie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna.
There it is.
Yeah.
There's your empathy. You found it.
Just gonna do a little speed right before we go.
Just.
It's you from the bookstand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back? I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out
Beef.
of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
Keep it together. You don't want your body language to tell her the news.
Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just that Victor often gets into all kinds of trouble. So, how can I help you?
You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
Oh.
What did you say? Oh. Oh. But he was just...
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, man.
What happened to him?
Tried to eat a whole pack of gum. Never do that. They're separated for a reason.
She doesn't need the gory details.
Was he drunk? I see. And you just found him there. lying in the cold. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever. She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress. The handkerchief. A small, terrified smile quivers on her face as she takes the handkerchief and wipes away the tears. She looks disoriented.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
Unreal.
Yes,
Oh.
Ralgulia, we
Should
did
I
vomit
call
on
them?
that handkerchief.
Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
These are not rolls, these empathy checks. Is
No.
it because we already succeeded?
Possibly.
Okay. Like this one also was not a roll that was done in the background.
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier. Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
We should step outside and talk.
Woo!
All right, big poggers gamers. Not everyone can get through it like that, but yeah, no hits. Decent split. Yes, Kim? Was there something you wanted to talk to me
You
about?
did well.
Thank you.
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased. They'll manage.
They have to. It's not your place to live their lives.
That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done. Let's go.
All right. New skill point. Sweet.
Yay! Level up!
Poggers, my doggers.
You imagine writing that scene?
God. Yeah, I can.
Oh.
Just
Like-
the way that she tries to anticipate whatever it is, and the worst thing that she can imagine is that her husband's in the drunk tank.
Yeah, like she's worried he's been missing.
Yeah. And because she's catastrophizing, the worst thing she can imagine is that he's been arrested. And it's so much worse than that.
Yeah. It's not my favorite part of funerals, having to watch people go through that.
Yeah.
Just like the behavior of like the hands trying to grasp something, anything.
Oh, I should be saving these checks, right? These observations.
We're not gonna get whatever indirect modes of taxation.
Okay.
I think we threw away those shoes.
Right. Claire didn't need us to get through here yet, did he?
We didn't accept
Okay.
or get the keys from Manana.
Right.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Spend that new level up on a conceptualization.
We
But again,
could.
if it's nighttime, we get a boost.
Oh, do
to
we?
that check.
Oh, okay. God, we already have 7 conceptualization, though. We're so good at it. I mean, I think my favorite proverb in that mode, Bodie McBoatface, is today is an average day. It's worse than yesterday, but better than tomorrow. If we are talking to the Union, if we're going to confront Titus, we want authority, right?
Yep.
Tools don't do that. Clothes convey authority.
Our clothes are currently giving us a -2.
All right. I think they also respond to esprit de corps, right?
Maybe?
At least that lets you kind of get a read on them. I think.
Maybe we should get some drugs, you know? We could just go in naked.
It's true. Wait, what is... Oh, right, it's the Ledger of Failure. Because it smells like a toilet. Yeah, I mean, like, I think Harry naked would be pretty intimidating.
Coming at ya.
Just demonstrating alpha energy. Well, just in case we get fucking murdered by Titus.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Jesus. This is so bad. We're going to die.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hangman's head. You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads.
Simple math.
I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
This feels right.
Go for it.
What I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
I mean, they clearly didn't shoot him. Not only do we know that, but like,
Yeah, but we can pop out of this track and tell them that there was a witness.
Never been
Yeah.
worried in my life, lawman.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there somewhere.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just cop tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and is in witness protection.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised.
It's like you said, Al. Copper's coming up with this on the spot. There is no witness.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
Number one, number one, number one.
Vapor, huh? Well, that checks out at least.
For the record, which I have to type up later tonight, no apocalypse-related testimony was provided to us by the witness.
Check out the stand-up comedians the RCM has. When are we gonna get funny men like that?
All right, 4.
That means absolutely nothing to me. Sounds like some made-up horse shit.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky, it's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
We don't need number 3.
yeah.
Great witness.
All right.
Do we have to do this now?
You can look at the window first.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
All right, not time yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't believe in my ability to chuck rocks.
Okay, let's go look at the blue door in the kitchen.
Okay.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. The door does not budge.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself. It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
It's hardly worth a title. Anyway, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Hey, Gart.
Gart. Gart. Hey, Gart.
I saw
Gart.
something at the whirling.
Gart. 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 Gart.
Can I help you?
Gart. Gart.
Another thing. Great. Oh, yes, that door. Sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
All right.
What
Should we
if we
ask Nina about... Sorry?
Should we talk to, what's her name? Upstairs.
You can go knock on the door, yeah.
But you wanted to talk to Lena?
Nina, yeah, about the... Lena? Lena. Yeah, we met Morel.
Oh, right,
Oh,
yes.
hello, dear. Goodness. How is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up somewhere.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease, if even a little.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging body's foul. Her heart won't rest until Morel is safely back with her.
Okay. Oh, that's wrong door, right?
Nope.
No, that was the right one? She's just
Yep.
not here right now. Okay.
Yep, she's on the roof.
Oh, right. Alas. I suppose we could just start running everywhere, as is our right. Have we had the conversation yet with Kim about our record?
In the headlights? No.
Okay, we should do that. I think that's worth a bit of XP.
Inside,
If
you see a
nothing
set
else.
of steering levers, a radio microphone.
All right. Ready?
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage. The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The raspberry gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl, like a leopard waking from its sleep. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. Right here. Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
I was a hobo and lived under a boat.
Perfect.
You know, the RCM is a volunteers organization. We would have no qualms with vagrants joining our ranks were they qualified. But let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see... Wow, more than 200! It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
I am a murderer!
I'm a murderer! 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
What's it feel like to kill a man, Mr. McCoy? A young woman asked the man across the desk from her. Honestly, babe, says John McCoy, crossing his ankles over said desk. I don't feel anything anymore. It's just like brushing my teeth. I do it once or twice a week and don't really think about it.
You brush your
There's
teeth
no
once or
trace
twice a
of guilt
week?
in his voice.
Overachiever.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. Yes.
Well, to Emily in chat brings up a good point about like the setting of this scene, right? Like, why do we have to do this in front of the headlights? Why can't this be something that we just inspect our card to see? Good question. Any ideas? Like the brutally bright halogen lights make it seem a bit otherworldly, right? Or a bit unflinching, maybe?
It's also a little bit like interrogation lights or like the light reveals things is common.
Yeah, like this is a very laid bare moment. Right, there's no hiding here, I think would be the takeaway. But we also cast very long shadows in this. Yeah, a sense of being scrutinized. I like that a lot, Astromenta. And yeah, very literally under a spotlight. Right? These are just little things, but they are deliberate choices. Right? And we can pay attention to them and see what kind of effect they have.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Par exemple?
Par exemple?
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
Oh, snap!
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Aww.
The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Who said that?
Yourself.
People killed. All right. I wonder what our fascist reply was.
Huh.
Hmm.
Huh.
Hmm.
Name unknown. But it's Tequila Sunset.
It is. Also, honor. Our honor stat.
True. We should ask him for a secret.
Ooh. Run the number on the victim's armor. Okay. But didn't we do all of this? Didn't we ask Kuno about the armor?
Yes? What do you want to know? Ah, yes. 3 days ago, the RCM emerged.
I think we
During
can just
that
click
time,
through this. We don't
the victim
necessarily
had been
need...
stripped of his belongings.
Sure.
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as, that's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city. That's right.
All right. There.
Good.
While we're here, we can also ask Kuno about things and get more points. Points can be converted into competencies.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno doesn't give a fuck about... Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want? Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Kuno killed! Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's nice.
Trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
This is where you quickly ask him questions.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. That fucking had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah? That shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates. Yeah, cock in boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
Wow.
He means Manana, the laid-back striker at the gates.
Why is Cock and Boots so funny?
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
You're testing.
Get lost!
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Let's go talk to Manana then.
Yeah. As it turns out, today is mañana. Alright. Keep up, Kim.
Hustle!
Oh yeah, this guy.
That's,
Do we not want to talk to him?
he's not the one we came here for.
Nope.
Unless you want to hear, right to work,
Right to work.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you? The little boy had a good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes. I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I agree, officer. Let's focus on the hanging, and later some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Nice. From what I learned, there was a very heavy, boring set of armor. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Sweet. Sweet.
Sweet. Okay, what else can we get done? Where's the rest of the armor? Return and confront him. Alright, Kuno, you little fuck.
We've also got, like, our badge, so we can get actual conversation with Joyce.
Oh, right. Kuno, you little bastard. Where's my fucking money?
Kuno's like Kuno's dad? Kuno, so? Fuck, okay. Kuno's a giver like that, yes?
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like Jello.
Look, pig, Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. Don't be saying what Kuno said back to Kuno. Get the fuck out of here, Patterson Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Maybe I shouldn't have listened to Volition.
What?
Maybe all Volition does is make us be boring.
I believe that.
Alright, yeah, let's go and see Joyce. Just good old-fashioned police work, Kim. Show some hustle. Come on, lift those legs.
Oh yeah, if we agree to help her track down drug smuggling, then we get access to the truck.
Oh.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
Beautiful and just. Boring?
I think number one's the most boring.
Yeah. Ultra liberal? Or no, this is the ultra liberal one, right?
Yeah.
Just? In what way?
Yeah, he's not actually just, is he? He's useless.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually, corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, Verm-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt Verm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
If you dish, do we not tea?
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
Oh, beautiful angel.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making? The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it? Why, if I may ask? Why make them more drunk? Aren't they corked enough already?
Yes, Detective. What were you hoping to accomplish with this strange thing?
Working man.
Curious. A very curious thing to do.
Truly. But that's how he operates. He just does things, man. And then talks about them, even if it's inappropriate.
A strange equanimity has overtaken the lieutenant. He's just going with the flow now.
He's just vibing.
We got Kim vibing.
What else? Of course, Detective. Until then, is there anything I can help you with? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
I mean, really, if we're putting vodka in the borscht, the most of the alcohol is going to get burned off. Right?
That's... No.
No?
Say you got a big pot just simmering on the stove. You just take like a Mickey and dump it in.
Mm-hmm.
And then serve it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Of course, ma'am.
I thought it would
have
just,
introduced
like,
ourselves.
you know.
I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
Thank you, Kim. The alcohol would help bring the aromatics out.
Yeah, well, it's like if you add alcohol at an early stage, like in a marinade, or you're mixing it in with your like dough for frying or something like that, then yeah, you might end up with less alcohol at the end. But if it's an end step thing at low temperature,
yeah, no, fair.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant.
Quickly, methodically, like an electric printing machine.
It is a relief to see a W freighter here. The situation is precarious, to say the least. It needs a quick solution, or we will have a bloodbath on our hands. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer. Every worker a member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric and not a serious demand, but the stridency of it seems to have spooked them. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
So she doesn't even know that there's the full number of them, because
Nope.
there are 4.
Yep.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
I have to say, this is not disco.
No, it isn't.
Maybe we can lean on Joyce a little bit here.
Okay, sure. It's her fault.
It was the Union who strung him from that tree. My hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before Crenell indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
See, Kim?
It appears you found it, yes. And I'm not happy for you.
High five? High five?
It doesn't have to be like this, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Okay, we'll still
give it a go. It's a red check.
One must be at the harbor gates, causing trouble, directing strike breakers, perhaps. You can hear the sounds of the ruckus coming from there all the time.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a border keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
I hope I can answer it better. Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
They wore gun boots.
Blackwell.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, man?
No.
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenel. I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us. Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it. That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Where am I?
Want to take a break?
Let's. Oh, why did I do that? Oh. Now it's inside. Okay, let's take a quick break, and I'm gonna see if I can dislodge that sneeze. See you shortly, Chad. Hello, everyone. I have returned. I don't know why the unmute button didn't work there, but it did not. Well, okay. I was unable to dislodge that sneeze, which may mean it could come out at any moment.
Gonna sneak up on you.
Yeah. Now I have a headache.
Oh no!
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk. Maybe on narcotics, too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You meet her soon enough, you feel?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him. Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. One is a man, Corty, they call him. a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40 or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed, this matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once. Until the executions start. Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
It's a matter of days, not weeks. Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, man, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask. Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence. She wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured, like those of a working woman.
It was taken with a trigger not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Close. Port cities. This is an Oranese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels. The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Cool.
Where is he now?
I would say he's near the Arcade Islands by now, ready to exit the Insulindian and into the Pale, if I've read his home address correctly. Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this. Revershoal. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revershoal in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world. passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend.
Do it,
and
do
comrade.
it, do it. Hey guys, want to see a body? Want to see a dead body of your friend? We took this cool photo.
Do what you have to do, Detective Dubois. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Oh yeah, Apocalypse Cop.
Ooh.
Cop of the Apocalypse.
The end's coming.
It's not fire. It's not ash. There will most certainly be a sea of corpses leading up to the event. But it won't be war or pestilence that causes it. Oh no, the event will belong to a genre of cataclysm no man has dared to suspect would ever come to pass. You can only sense the shape of it, like a cavity, a pit opening up in your stomach, a throat into which the world will vanish. The streets, the grass, the stars, all will be rolled back. By whom, by what, and how, you don't know. All you know is, you're not joking around.
Ooh. Nah.
Yeah, wait until we have an idea.
Yeah, let's have a new idea. Maybe we could provoke the scab leader.
Oh, let's go talk to Cordy. Yeah. Right to work. Right to work.
Hey, random right to work guy. Do you want to see a photo of something that you should have no emotional attachment to?
And then he definitely doesn't talk into an earpiece and tell you to back off.
Does he?
Does he?
Does he? Just run up to him and be like,
look at this photograph.
you know, just in case we get our head blown off here.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
I am the law.
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence. Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
I mainly just want to see what happens.
Go for it.
Don't think so.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
Number two. Number two.
Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. Hard as a stone, but beneath it, you see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. What it means. I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here? Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
With some strange emotion, this is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
I mean, this is probably going to be a content warning. No idea, though.
Fictional graphical violence.
Yeah. But I'm curious. I want to see exactly how far we can take this guy before he kills us. I'll let you know when you can come back if you feel the need to mute. Although, we'll wind up as text on the screen.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon. At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
Maybe I'm gonna tap out here.
What's the matter, militiaman? No stomach for it? This man was worth 1,000 loincloths. We're done talking here.
I think we should maybe even get going now.
There is absolutely no need to push this any further. He clearly does not think poking the hornet's nest is a wise plan anymore.
What other objectives do we have? Well, we need to prove our... I mean, we could put 1 point into authority.
Good. Yeah, go for it.
We have... How many points?
Right now...
Just the one? Oh, skill point. Right, yes, we've got 4.
But the one of our thoughts in our thought cabinet lowers our authority, and then our clothes make us look stupid, so...
Right.
It's mostly just the clipboard.
Yeah, well, we can unequip the clipboard.
Yeah, if you put a point into authority, it balances out our brain stuff.
Okay.
But if you do drugs, we can get some, like, percolidin from Roy, and that will
right, yeah,
increase our psych.
Yeah. Well,
or will speed? Does speed hit that?
No, it should
or
be
speed or motorics.
Speed is motorics. Yeah, I mean, like, it is good that the dialogue tree gives you the option to back out of the story. And it doesn't really penalize you for that.
Amphetamine? What do you mean? We're talking about speed.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Okay. He definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably... A guarded man like him wouldn't tell you if you asked out loud.
Man. Roy's got that good stuff, and he's holding out on us. Is establishing authority over the Hardy Boys a white check? I thought it was red. Also, what does looking out the window at the right time of day give us?
The key to the back of the whirling.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Yeah, by friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. Glenn dies first in most situations.
Yeah.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home. I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal. So are the local gangs, the fucking Barmy army, and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals, special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or Barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen? What do you mean, okay?
I mean, okay, they're going to wipe you the fuck out, Titus. right? Like, that seems...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar? You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time. You seen Apricot, old Purdue's daughter? Asks Lieutenant McCoy. Uh-huh, replies Torson. The ass on that one. McCoy shakes his head in appreciation. A bit strange the old man named her Apricot, but, I mean, who am I to judge? Wanna hit the kebab joint?
Huh? You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
I kind of like 3.
Huh. Honestly, all 3 of them work.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself, buddy. I've been running this outfit for 10 years now. You should have seen Martinez before it started. It was like jam rock now.
They didn't see shit, man. Kids getting shot. We had 3 shootings a week. Fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's
Aha!
going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her. But you treat her with respect.
If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Glacia. I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit. Blonde. That's Amonju with an O-U.
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
I know her.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
What kind of party?
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
You mean Revachol? Nah, she's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it.
What do you think I meant? Yes, yes, and no. Got something to say about it?
Boring.
No. We just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Ooh, it rhymes.
Now is time? The timing is good to look at the window?
Okay.
Or does it have to be early in the day?
A ceiling height window.
Ah, there it is.
The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Come on.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Sure.
Huh?
Number 3, yeah.
I'm not your janitor, cop. I don't even know what you're talking about. There's nothing there.
Come on, please.
If he says it's there, it's there.
1.
And I need the fatty to get his feet amputated because the smell is killing me. We can't always get what we want.
God damn it, Dennis. You know I can't help it.
Dennis. Yeah,
Sorry,
Dennis.
Bucko. These guys won't help you. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. The hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open,
Thank you,
grabs
Theo.
the key from the hawthorn branch and slides it across the table to you. The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
I'm tired of listening to your shit. Don't thank me. I don't give 2 shits about your key.
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
Now you get to pick blue door or front door for Classia's apartment.
Oh, really? We should probably, like, talk to Classia first before getting the backdoor ingress. Right?
I believe you have to unbar the door from one side, but anyways, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Maybe we can just check out the door and, like, play some
A heavy steel
pinball.
door with
Yeah.
a prominent
Grab a
dimple
flashlight.
It's
Oh, right.
painted blue.
One of these days I will learn how this interface works. But it is not today.
You see, the key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then, the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages. No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
Good to know. That's where I would have put that note.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in.
Gonna squeeze in here with me, Kim?
The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
This elevator was last maintained in the future?
No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century.
No. So it's not a message from the future?
No, I think the bureaucrats just forgot about this backroom elevator after the revolution.
Let's go up. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's either tab or alt to display interactables. Yeah. All right.
Hark.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left the pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
No, these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though. Between that and that. The size looks about the same, actually. They are not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week, too. You know, officer.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
The Blue Door was a mega investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, which I would say is quite large. It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
The door is small but heavy looking. It's barred from the inside.
Unless we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Class here about this route. See how she reacts?
Folded M dimension. A reference to the popular science fiction series, In System. Look who's in a good mood suddenly, and reads science fiction. Yes, it is quite likely that we will re-emerge on the M plane. Brace for psychokinetic impact. Or the roof.
Isn't there, like, there's a peephole here, isn't there?
Yeah, but you'll get like a little orb pop up on your head if you pass the check to see it.
Right, and we did not. Boo. And our perception's 8. Man. Life is suffering.
Only if we try to open the door from the other side.
I know. Well, we still can, can't we? I love Ducky Hat. Or Froggy Hat. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right? How
I'm
much
sorry.
do you actually love Froggy Hat?
A bit, you know. Neat office shades. Oh.
They go in the glasses hole.
The length of a right angle. The length of the right angle of a the length of the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is equal to the square root of the sum of the squares of the opposing two sides. I completely butchered that quote. Good job, Cameron. All right, good hustle. Let's go play pinball, Kim.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played. Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
Some kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist pinball.
3? 3?
3? We could 3 it. Encyclopedia is probably handy to have.
Yeah. So, dialogue option 3?
Oh!
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
He doesn't.
Figured that would help your encyclopedia check.
No.
No? Are you sure, Kim? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Big money.
Kim, pinball, Kitsuragi.
Kimball?
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
So now he remembers. Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations. No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastic, science fiction, and historic romance franchise. It is lame. I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy. Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop. It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story. That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie cop.
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents. Not only to you, I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi to everyone. Now we really need to continue our sweep of what appears to be a secret path through the whirling.
To see if the machine outside works. It's the main one in the main room. Yes, don't wanna startle Gorsey.
No. Not while he's dealing with that much vodka near an open a burner.
Wonder where all that smoke's coming from.
Sorry, I was thinking about something. That's my fault.
Okay. Maybe it's upstairs? I don't know.
Maybe. But?
I'm gonna Google it.
Okay.
Purity Ball is lit is the name of the Chivo. Enter the whirling passage.
Oh, there
locate
it is.
Pinball machines on the ground
Over
level.
there, in the
1
corner.
real coin.
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
So lit.
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic. A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin-operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Above
hold on.
the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
Ooh.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble.
See, these myths about the great hero who will return in a time of need, that's basically me in MMOs whenever new content drops. Right? The Warrior of Light will return when the world is at its greatest need. And I'm like, new raid? Raid? New raid? No?
The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain.
Or like, high on a hill is a lonely goat herd.
Areas around the playfield represents Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit. Indeed, think of them as balls.
I think this seems like a fine way to spend $1.
Oh, yeah. Give it.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was. The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist. An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent. He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man. But you seem to be having fun.
I am pretty good. I am a gamer kid.
Your game is definitely improving.
See?
The jolly goats are flying all over the board. And although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Alright, shut up, Kim. I need to focus.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass.
Ah!
The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death. You're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you nor the pal is able to get the upper hand.
Oh
Do you believe in miracles? Come on! No!
The last
Bullshit!
ghost
This game is
plummeted into the fog
bullshit.
with almost suicidal glee.
If we had had more drugs, we could have done this. If we had just been on drugs.
Speed would have saved us.
See, Kim? Do you see? Do you see what happens when we don't do speed?
It killed
Our
itself
goats
to
die.
spite you. There goes nothing, finger boy.
Again!
Break time. Oh. Alright. What was reaction speed? It was reaction speed, right? Speed. Yeah, no, speed. What's our best way to
Speed.
get speed?
Although it was a red check, wasn't it? So...
Yeah, I think it's over now forever.
Anyways, we can go take a break and then get a little girl indoors from the cold.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we'll be back shortly. See you soon, chat. Hello, and welcome back to the Talking Simulator. I'm Cameron.
I'm Corey.
All right. Ugh. Should we have the unpleasant conversation with Klasia?
Sure.
Let's go in through the front door instead of just like windmilling through the back door.
Alright.
We have the information. We have the relevant information. We don't want... We don't want, what's his name? Goraj?
Sure. We don't actually know his name.
Oh, right. He just gives us kind of like a nom de plume. Nom de pan.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going.
Ooh, steal her drugs.
Ooh. We did not detect any drugs. Oh, oh. No. Dang it. Drugs?
This window is pristine on the inside.
Hold on. We want our visual calculus up, right?
Already +1.
Is there anything else we can use to boost it, though? I don't think so. Huh?
This window, smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Looks like it, yes.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
What is this, guilt now?
Whatever it is, it's messing with your concentration.
Stop distracting him! He has work to do! Plus, if I recall, the window has been giving him shit ever since he got here!
Yeah!
Yes. You know which window is not? Yes, that one. Cold wind is seeping in right now.
Stop distracting him!
Cigarettes? Cigarettes?
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from the shower.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will. It's much nicer now.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there. They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer? You're doing just fine. After all, your path has led you back to me.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Clasier Amondu. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
I'm 28. Something stupid.
Want to hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows Patrol Officer Tilbrook his genital warts. Ask him if they're cancer. His partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins says. No, the man replies. I touched him. He's warm. He's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator.
No, no. More stupid. Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university. Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
What
I'll
about
have you
when
know ours
Shroom
is about the Dust Bowl.
People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
I'll have you know that Canlit is about how scary outside is.
Yeah.
Because there are people outside.
Or nothing outside. A lot of nothing.
Also, there's a significant amount of going back to Europe to fight wars. Also, Americans are scary. Now, you see, kids, Canlit, actually,
You ever see The Handmaid's Tale?
More to my point.
No. Revacholian Lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world.
Oh, it's not a trope
That's
about
the
being a
natural
Canadian
state
mercenary.
of the Revacholian hero.
Oh yeah, no, it's not a mercenary thing. It's being part of a colonial empire thing.
Yeah.
When some dumbass European power gets themselves into trouble, then they call on the colonies.
And we're the best and also the greatest at shooting people.
Yep. For some reason. Also a common trope among Australian and Kiwi authors, I believe.
Weird.
She seems quite relaxed for a victim of assault. But, of course, what seems should not be your priority.
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
But what about money? Cool.
It's not very cool, but what can you do? I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
Yeah, alright.
Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
A bad memory, officer. It's the past. People can't go back to the past.
Thankfully, it's implied.
The record. So official.
Nice room.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe. I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol. I always wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing.
This is by far not the only reason she's here, and she isn't really hiding it either.
I'm wintering.
How long have...
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling, I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
She looks at you and nods.
You don't want to call it Sassy Town?
I mean, I do, but I'm trying to get a job done.
Yeah, I've contaminated it pretty bad. The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The SAD got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door. For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial SAD spill in there.
Somewhere below, military-grade SAD is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing. It's honest. It will lead to introspection.
That's where it always comes from, isn't it? From the head and from the past. Sounds like an advanced form of what I've got, with a bit of old love sprinkled on top. Love is terror.
Sorry, I went someplace else.
I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering where it led.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
Huh. This isn't good.
She's straight as a stick, suddenly.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun.
She's lost in thought. Eyes narrowed. Forehead furrowed.
The window's new.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Number
By
one.
Sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Actually, it's afternoon.
It's never too early in the day.
I'm gonna go with not raped. I can't say that stuff about him. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, They'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Put that one together all on our own.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier. Pretty much.
Warming them.
Three?
3.
We partied.
Like a birthday party?
Yes. We made balloon animals, drank lemonade, inflated a bouncy castle.
You're being sarcastic.
Number one! Number one! Number one!
Yeah, I love that too. We frosted the glasses, I unwrapped my bike, there was a petting zoo with little white rabbits.
I would like it to have been that way, but it wasn't.
Man, bunnies?
How was it?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex. A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
Play it cool.
Yeah, I think we can let her talk.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Yeah.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little. With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So, she's Scott's mystery phone cutter.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, you'd still be hanging there. He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was... what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Bullet? They shot him too? They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
It's hard to know what to think about that answer. She's just tired. Don't push her too much.
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now. Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter. A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer?
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Yeah, you can try.
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you. You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too. Me? What did I do? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore. I'm sorry I didn't catch it sooner. It takes conscious effort on your part. There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume. All of them. How it always does, through subtlety. There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do. No. It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not? I think it's safe to assume, yes, Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be paeans to her truthfulness. Like this, she is a lady, most fair and just. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too. A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair.
That's true, you don't.
Yeah, Volition. Why don't you try adding flair, Volition?
Just
when was
animating our corpse in the morning. That's all you do.
When was the last time you added flair? Everyone else here adds flair.
But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her. Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with her. A light green speck and imperfection on the outer rim of her right iris. It sparkles. You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate, probably compromised. Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
I actually don't know what the outcomes of these are. Like, if we call her out on it, that seems like tipping the hand. But, like, I don't know if this means we're ignoring it, or if we're just keeping it on the DL.
I think we're keeping it on the DL.
Okay. Then let's keep it on the DL, then. Because Volition says she doesn't really do it on purpose. But maybe Volition is compromised.
For a second, her face disappears from your cornea, Only a silvery negative remains. Still smiling, a tired smile.
Yeah?
No.
All right. Yes. You're just one room away. Very personal.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here. Quick,
Yeah.
say something professional.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They
Yeah.
squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Yeah, that is me.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salem Rocky Bayi, badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
It is on.
A lot of copper types.
It is. Are we the Omni Cop?
We don't have enough room for all of them.
No. Oh, fine.
Do we even have any skill points available?
Yeah, I thought we had 4 available.
Oh.
See?
No, I can't actually.
Maybe if I make the chair smaller instead of moving it to this.
Yeah. Okay. I want to keep it open.
Yeah, let's.
Looks
Yes,
like
Kim?
we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. What do you mean by that? She seemed forthcoming to me. Unusually so. Being forthcoming with some things is a good way to obscure other things, but I wouldn't call myself compromised. I am not easily swayed by young women, but on the other hand, the best liars are candid, and she was candid.
The lieutenant seems oddly sure he is not compromised. Not psychologically, at least. Is it hubris?
Every day can be pride if you experience hubris.
Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back soon enough.
What does that even mean?
No idea.
Why did I even say that?
Go home, you're drunk?
I wish.
Huh.
Well,
this
oh yeah, we can experience pain. Yeah, let's do that. That's a great idea. We've got some things to help us when we hurt bad. We could do it twice.
But imagine, just imagine, we walk away from an interview and just kick down a completely unrelated door.
If only.
This window is...
Especially since we know it opens out.
Yeah, but you have to open it from the other side.
Yeah, I know. We did not get the visual calculus scene. Out of the way, pigs. Well, Titus.
The clowns are still hanging around.
No, we should get
What
rid of
is it
our,
now?
we should get rid of our clown thing.
Our anti-authoritarian clipboard.
Yeah. It's not gonna make us look cool enough. We want authority and esprit de corps here, right?
I don't know. I don't think there's any checks.
Isn't there? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now? Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
Hey.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's
Shut
fucked
up, Dennis.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking
hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy. Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
Another apocalyptic actor in town?
He'll just accuse you of not doing your job, because evidence.
Yeah. What's on the tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
Actually, there are a few. Crypto analysts.
Actually?
Yeah, like you have one. Smart ass. We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, Angus. Don't sell yourself short. SIGINT is hard and difficult work, and it's tedious, and usually gets overemphasized by modern Western intelligence agencies. Anyway.
Oh well.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
Who else has been spending a lot of time on Flight Radar 24, watching American SIGINT aircraft fly around the border?
Oh.
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why once you listen to it.
Now that is intriguing. You had me at door gunner.
Sorry, just gotta step away for a few minutes here.
Yep.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
You stare at the great door gunner megamix. If only you had a boombox, you would be able to play Titus's tape. The tape feels ominous. Upon it, the dead speak. Respect the tape. There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer. The surface of another planet, or some ancient temple.
We're just gonna not examine that.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right.
Would Klassia know about the tattoos? Probably, but she doesn't want to talk about it right now. Well, what can we do today? Yeah, she does have some dialogue about them. I remember that, I think. And we need to get the visual calculus thing working. Or not working, but the trigger for the window, right? I think we have to do it when Kim's not there. Is that it? You can do it with Kim around? Should we put another point in perception? We already have 8. Is there anything hurting our perception? Nope. It doesn't do anything until the final day? Well, in that case.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So we should go and talk to, what's his name, about getting a boombox.
We don't have the money for it.
Oh, we don't? Who earns? How much is the boombox?
12?
12. Time to sell Kim's hubcaps. Oh no. Wait, have we talked to this guy yet?
No.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
That is the actual lyrics to the song, not the in-universe ones.
British Sea Power song?
Yeah, Want to Be Free.
Oh.
The song that we listen to on Sat FM is... It's altered. This is the actual song.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
From another planet. Hey there. It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You could almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, all around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need? It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? Forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on. Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
This guy listens to a lot of audiobooks on the haul.
Oh, for sure. Or like classic FM.
Yeah. NPR? CBC?
Maybe.
A thinking man.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
You know what? I've been chucking rocks all day today.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Uh-huh.
My man, I want to know about your soul.
I'm
No.
okay, man.
Yeah.
Just, the jam's got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately.
Can I have one?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Well, then we're not
The man
pals.
taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Don't be a stranger.
All right. Should we thank subs?
Do that. Starting with Original Garwolf, who's been here for 61 months. No joke sub this time. This sub is brought to you by my son, Isaac Albert Malcolm, who came into this world at 5:26 Monday morning. Congrats on the
Hey!
sub, baby.
Literal sub baby. Congratulations. Maliciously Malkavian has come back for the 24th month. Happy 2 years. Hey, I got to see this live. I should go to sleep. You should go to sleep. We should all go to sleep. Why am I even awake?
Thank you, Jasseria, for 49 months of support.
Coop Dog 22 has come back for the 48th month. Happy 4 years.
Narwhals in a trench coat. 27 months, thank you.
Chris Canny has come back for the 10th month, saying, feels good to be back. How's it going? Huh. You know.
Mangle Pixel has booped the button for 104 months.
Thank you. Atler has come back for the 23rd month, saying, disco. It is disco.
Mammoth Umbra is a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel.
Colonel Jesus has come back for the 4th month. Thank you.
Not him again's been here for the 1 year.
Wow. Christnaut has come back for the 13th month. Thank you.
And El Coggins has been here for 35 months. Thank you.
So, yeah. God, I love this game. I love it so much. And, like, as someone in chat pointed out, Avery Corvus, the consequence of failing a check is not that... It's not always that you just can't progress in the game. It is infrequently that you can't progress in the game. It is that you say something wildly embarrassing.
Uh-huh.
And you have
Although
to
sometimes
do it.
you do die from the embarrassment.
You do. You can die of embarrassment. But, like, it makes you go through every step of your tortured logic. And it's just agonizing. It's agonizing watching Harry whiff a roll that you made him do, and then watch him have to try to pick up the pieces. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I love it. Oh, Death Likes Cats is just up for the 23rd month. Thank you.
It's also the situation where succeeding at a check doesn't always get you the result you want.
Yes. Yeah. Like, I mean, we spent a lot of time today talking with Volition. And Volition will try to keep you out of trouble.
Right.
Right? I think that's the one that leaps out at me as the most obvious example.
Well, there's like a physical instrument, if you try to play petanque, will yeet the ball into the sea.
Right, yeah, because you misinterpret the rules.
Thank you, Duck Duck Glitch, for 23 months.
Yeah, I forgot about the petanque physical instrument role. Because you're just like, well, these old men obviously can't throw the ball very far. And you just ruin their game. One of these days I'm going to do a physical instrument playthrough, where I just roundhouse kick my way through the entire game.
Yep.
I think there's kind of a beauty in that. I don't really know why, but I want to see what happens if you can just, like, basically walk through walls.
Right. But even, like, being a beast in this game will not make anything less uncomfortable.
Oh, I imagine it makes it worse. Anyway, I love it. Oh, welcome Raiders. I hope you're enjoying it. We're just wrapping up, unfortunately. But we'll be back next week with more Disco Elysium on Tuesday. Special day today because of yesterday's. It's not the streamer showdown.
Magic.
It was a magic thing. It was a preview thing. People other than us were in the studio. But we will be back next Tuesday. Coming up tonight in about an hour is AFK.
Red Dragon Inn.
Yeah, Red Dragon Inn. Do we know who's playing on that?
Ian and Ben and scrolling up. Wednesday. Ben, Nelson, Beach, Ian, and Wheeler.
All right, both Bens.
Yep.
That'll
Ben.
be Ben. Yep. Stick around and watch. Any other concluding thoughts today, Corey? I think we just managed to clean up the journal a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna save a game. That would be a good idea. That would be.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I interrupted. Did you have any...
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay. All right, then. Well, let's call the stream here for today, and then we will see you in the future. All right? All right. Also, please watch an ad so we don't starve.
Have a good one.